Okay, so first one. Suppose the water level at a lake is 35 feet and that it is receding at a rate of 0.5 feet per day. What does receding mean, guys? Ever go to the beach? You start out in the morning and the water is right here, but then it gets a little bit farther and farther away because it's receding. What is my two variables on this one? What's my independent and dependent variable? Look for that word per. Feet per day. Remember, y over x. Feet per day. That makes feet my dependent. Sir? Uh-oh. Go up on that bench right there and get whichever one you need. Did I give anybody else two of the same? And day is going to be my independent. Yes? All right. Do you remember that equation that we've got to write? Dependent is equal to my what? Times my independent plus my starting point. If you do not remember this, guys, Chromebook's gone, please. If you do not remember this, you should be looking in your journal notes. You should have plenty of notes from yesterday. All right, so what is my equation going to start out with? What's my dependent variable? Okay, F4. Okay. Starting point. Yes, ma'am. So the feet, the water level measured in feet. The feet are going to equal 0.5. Now what that water level is going down. So there's a curveball in there. What kind of 0.5 is that going to be? So I'm going to say negative 0.5 times what is my independent variable plus what is my starting point? Good. Remember, look for that per. You see that word per, it gives you a lot of the answers you're looking for. Feet per day. Okay, so now I have independent. Remember, my independent was my days, and my dependent is my feet. So if I have 5 days, then I have to take out, and this says that D is equal to 5. 5 days. D equals 5. So I'm going to come up to my equation, and instead of writing a D, I'm going to put in a 5. Negative 0.5 times 5 plus 35. If you need, now would be a good time to go get a calculator. If you need to, up in the corner. Ma'am? Okay. All right. Please remember, guys, that when you do your negative, you got to use this button down here at the bottom. So I'm going to say 0.5 and negative. You know what works even better if you turn it on? 0.5 negative times what? What's my number of days on this one? Equals, and then plus my 35. So I get 32.5. Again, I'm watching a lot of people, 2 or 3 people involved. And then I got a lot of people just waiting for me to write things down, and then you're writing it down. How ready is that going to make you for Thursday's test? Got to be involved. All right, let's see if you can fill out that table. Take some time. Work on filling your table out. We'll wait on you a couple minutes. Sir? Yes. Many of you were hoping we got snow this morning. I don't mind the cold weather moving on in. I just wish we'd get a little bit of the fun stuff to go with it. Can anybody give me like a statement, a sentence that involves that 5 and that 32.5? What does that 5 and 32.5 mean, guys? What is the 5 representing? Not my days. And the 32.5 is my water level. So after 5 days, the water level is 32.5. Did anybody get 10? No? You got 15? What do I get if I say 0.5 negative times 10 plus 35? Did we get a 30? Okay. I'll try to move this out of that glare. What if I... So 0.5 negative times 15 plus 35. Do I have a pattern going in? Does my input follow a pattern? 5, 10, 15, increasing by 5. Do I have a pattern coming out? I'm putting in an increase of 5. What am I getting out? Is it going up or down? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm coming down by 2.5 every time. Let's see, if I did 27.5 minus 2.5, what would I get? 25. So let's see if that works out. I'm going to punch into my calculator. 0.5 negative times 20 plus 35. And I got 25. So that works for me. So what should my last one be? Minus 2.5, minus 2.5, minus 2.5, $25. Good. 22.5. Okay. One more of these with the table with you. So let's talk about Tina. Tina's babysitting. To come to your house, Tina's going to charge $3 to drive over. Well, she can't drive. She don't have her license. So she can't drive over. So she's got to take the bus. And that bus ticket's going to be $3. So she's going to charge you $3 just to get there. Okay. What does that make that 3? Good. That's her starting point. And then we have, do you see that per word? What per what? Don't say any number, but what per what? Good. Dollars per hour. That makes dollars my dependent and hours my independent. So dollars is going to be, what is my rate and my starting point? Rate is how much every hour? And starting points. So what's my equation for cost? What is she going to charge me? I need that equation. $5 times the hour plus the $3. What's my input? That's my independent. So those are my hours. And my dependent is my output, so that is my dollars. Doing a table for 0 to 5 hours. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I surely hope you aren't truly this blank on it and you're just not going to participate today because, like I said, the test is Thursday. I hope we're ready for it. We did these all last week. All right. Hours. H. If I have 0 hours, I have 5 times 0 plus 3. What do I get for dollars? Probably don't need your calculator on this one. Fill in your table. 5 times 1 plus 3. 5 times 2. 5 times 3. You see a pattern in, pattern out? The hours increased by 1 every time? Did the charges increase by the same amount every time? Every hour she gets another $5. 5 times 4. And 5 times 5. How much money will she have after 8 hours? If she babysits for me today for 8 hours, how much money is she going to have? Good job. 5 times 8 plus 3 gives me $43. All right. We have a different one on the back that we did not run into next week. I'm going to go to Kane's membership fee at his gym. Number 5. Kane's membership fee at his gym is $33 per month. Dollars per month with an initial joining fee. If after 6 months he paid $228, what was his joining fee? What are my 2 variables, guys? Okay, dollars per month. So my cost is dollars equals how much is it every month? What's my rate? So 33 times M plus my joining fee. They didn't tell me what that is, did they? They didn't tell me that initial joining fee. As a matter of fact, that is the question. What was his joining fee? Well, did they give me a number for cost? Did they give me a total cost? If after 6 months he paid 228, 33, how many months? Plus the joining fee. So what do I have to do now to figure this out? What math could I do at this point? Y'all just so much fun today. 33 times 6 gives me 198. So I have 228 is equal to 198 plus the joining fee. One-step equation. What do I have to do to get that joining fee by itself? What if I did this? Would you recognize? Minus that 198. The joining fee is equal to 30. All right, you got problem 4 for Alana. You've got the family bookstore, and Harris bought a car. One more problem before I leave you on your own for this paper. Which one would you guys like to do? You tell me? Harris? All right. So Harris bought a car for $48,000. What's that 48 going to be? Is that something that's reoccurring? No. That's the starting point. That's my starting point for where my cost is. His research shows that the value of the car will depreciate $1,100 each year. Dollars per year. Dollars are going to be my dependent, and the year is going to be my independent. So the value of the car, that's my dollars, is equal to, so it's going to depreciate. Good. Negative 1,100 times the years plus that 48,000. All right, what does this say? What is the value of the car after 5 years? That gives me that y equals 5. So how does that fit into my equation here? Y equals 5. So I have to say the value of that car is negative 1,100 times 5 plus 48,000. 1,100 negative times 5 plus 48,000. 42,500. The car has a value of 42,500 after 5 years. All right, let's look at your other paper that you have all of this stuff. 3 things we're going to work on this week to get ready for our test on Thursday. Carrie and Justin are raising money to purchase books for school library. The more money they raise, the more books they will be able to purchase. What are my 2 things that are changing? What are the 2 things that have a measurement? Money, okay. That's one thing. Does the money gonna change anything? More books. So the more money, the more books. So what's going to depend on what? The more money they make, the more books that they buy. Who is dependent? Good. Number of books they buy is going to depend on how much money they make. So books is going to be my dependent. My dependent variable is also known as my what variable? Y. So on a graph, the axis that shows the dependent variable is the y-axis. Y is my dependent. Okay. One more on here. Which one should we do? The variable that usually comes first and is not influenced by the other variable is the... That's a test question right there. What normally comes first in the situation, the independent or the dependent? Independent. And the independent is going to be graphed on my... Is the independent the y or the x? So it would be graphed on the x axis. All right, guys, go to work on them. Hand up if you get stuck. I will help.